Boston, the Lakers trail by just 2, but Phil Jackson, your star Kobe Bryant, 2 for 8 so far from the field. How are the Celtics slowing him down?
Well, I think he can just miss shots. Although they face guarded him a couple times, which is good. Good contesting, but he missed some shots or in and out. He's okay.
You talked before the game about not being really prepared to meet a team or to play a team until you actually meet for a few minutes on the floor. What do you make of the first 12 minutes?
Well, everybody's feeling each other out. The referees are trying to understand what the contests are going to be in the game, how physical it's going to be. You can see the anxiety of both the teams. They're playing a little bit out of whack. We'll get it. We'll get it going.
Thank you, Phil. Mike?
Yeah, Michelle, Phil Jackson has talked about his team's resiliency, and that's what he's most proud of this year. It was a season that began, it could have been a recipe for disaster. Well documented. Kobe Bryant asking to be traded, wanted out, didn't like the direction of the team. General manager Mitch Kupchak and owner Jerry Buss saying that they would look into it. They did. They decided not to trade him. There's no way they'd get equal value for him. Allen goes to the basket, misses. And then Kobe Bryant settled himself down. Leon Poe shot, banks it in. Bryant settled himself down. They got great play from young Andrew Bynum. He got hurt. They brought him to Gasol. And it's just an amazing turnaround. What could have been a disastrous season, Jeff.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole key was getting Pau Gasol for virtually nothing. And that changed their whole prospectus for winning a championship, especially with Bynum going out with a season-ending injury.
And here's Bynum on the bench. They hope to have him back next year. Terrific young player who was really progressing prior to that knee injury back in January. Sam Cassell in the game. Cassell and P.J. Brown, the third and fourth oldest players in the league this year, both at 38. Both picked up late in the season to help in this playoff push. Shot clock at 2. Allen has to hoist it up. Almost puts it in. Oh, the rebound. But a whistle and a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Luke Walton. As both coaches have gone to the benches. Right now on the floor for the Celtics, it's Pierce, Cassell, P.J. Brown, Posey, and Leon Poe. The Lakers have Ronny Turiaf, Walton, Vujicic, Fisher, and Odom. So a lot of bench players getting early minutes.
I was surprised Phil Jackson went back to Derek Fisher right away to start this second quarter after only 3.5 minutes on the floor by Farmer.
There's Pierce. P.J. Brown left open. The veteran not that time, and Walton the rebound.
And you can tell the Lakers are locked into not allowing Paul Pierce to establish a rhythm. Every time he catches it on the block, it's a double team.
Here's Turiaf. Jump shot over Brown. And Pierce the rebound. You know, we heard Phil Jackson talk about the officials and figuring out they're letting him play early. Cassell forces up the jumper and knocks it down. He won 2 championships his first 2 years with the Houston Rockets. Been to a bunch of conference finals, and now he's back in the NBA finals and could be a big part of what the Celtics need to do.
And talking to Doc Rivers, he says, hey, I have big plans for Sam Cassell. He is a guy that we are going to use in this series. It's a much better matchup for him. He's not facing Lindsey Hunt in the ball pressure with the Pistons.
And Odom draws the foul as he goes to the line.
We're talking about Sam Cassell. You're talking about a big-time scorer, a guy that's not afraid of the moment, does a good job of putting Derek Fisher on his hip and then getting to his spot, releasing with that pretty jump shot.
So Cassell quickly gets on the board as Odom will shoot 2.
And right there, Poe made a mistake. You have to take away the left-hand drive of Lamar Odom. Give him an extra cushion. Make him shoot jump shots. He's too good driving and finishing and also making plays off the dribble.
Odom's such a huge part of the Lakers' success. He's had one of his best years as he misses the free throw. Seems like he's been around forever, but he's only 28 years old. He's always been involved in trade rumors. He, of course, was one of the players they acquired from Miami in the trade for Shaquille O'Neal. And he's had his bumps along the way, but one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
And people don't understand how good this young man is. A tough matchup night in and night out because of his size. He's a big-time rebounder, but can handle the ball like a point guard.
Just to make you feel good, he's another New York City kid.
I was going to say that, but I just decided to leave it alone.
So the Queens has a foul on Fisher. So Derek Fisher picks up his first. Second team foul here in the second quarter. And they shoot on the 15th foul.
You know, they just showed behind Phil Jackson, next winner. He's 80 years old. He looks better than I do at 46. That guy looks great.
One of the great coaches who has spent his life in the NBA. Cassell looking for his shot and hitting it. He's had some struggles in the playoffs, especially on the road, but a good spark off the bench here in game 1.
You see the difference with the defense that Lindsey Hunter puts on Cassell as opposed to Derek Fisher. Cassell comfortable with banging with Fisher and getting him to his spot.
Walton. Odom, the offensive rebound. Back up and won't get it to go. Cole pulls it down. Pierce looking for an opening. Paul Pierce. And Vujicic grabs it. 3 minutes gone by here in the second. Celtics lead by 5. Posey on Fisher. Fisher to the basket. And he's fouled by P.J. Brown. And we'll have a timeout. The benches certainly will be important in this series. And Sam Cassell starting off well for the Celtics.
It sure is, and they need this offense. Here, he's a very underrated low post player. We're going to the ultra mode. Turn around to his right shoulder. Fade away jumper. Celtics up 5.
I've been fortunate enough to be at the top of the mountain before, and to have to go through struggles in the years following that, and now finding myself back in a position to put my arms around it again. It feels fantastic.
And Kobe Bryant has put his team in position for another championship. His coach, Phil Jackson, says he's put the whole package together this year. The scoring, obviously. He's rededicated himself to defense, the leadership. It has been a special season. That's why he won the MVP, and that's why they're in this position right now. And it's starting to happen again, Mark. The conversation, the debate on is he as good as Michael Jordan? It's been blasphemy to say it, really, about anybody, but it's an actual discussion you can have now.
Well, I said it a year and a half ago. Nowhere in the world would I ever put anybody in the conversation with Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant is there. He's as good as Michael Jordan on any given day. I said to Bryant yesterday, it's almost like Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali. He looked at me and said, I'm not Larry Holmes. And he is 100% right. It is two Muhammad Alis when you talk about Jordan and Bryant.
Meanwhile, a foul on Turiaf. That's his first.
I just worry about how he was cradling that trophy. He looked like a proud father. That was so emotional.
It's been a while since he held one. Their last championship back in 2002. Of course, he's still a little bit behind. Those 3 championships with Shaquille O'Neal. But after O'Neal was traded the following year, they didn't make the playoffs. Then they've lost in the first round each of the last 2 seasons. But he's put them on his back right now. And this whole team, every guy in the team thinks that he's better than he is because they're playing with Kobe Bryant. And he's instilled them with that confidence. Cassell. I think he shot the ball every time he's touched it, but that's a good thing for the Celtics. He's 3 for 3.
Well, Sam Cassell is a guy that knows when he's feeling it on any given night. Right now, he is offensive. To give Derek Fisher credit, he's a guy that's not afraid. He's not going to back down. Comes back down and knocks down the jump.
Fisher, 7 points. He leads in the scoring.
And the Celtics have made bad mistakes on Vujicic and Fisher, giving them too much airspace. Wide open 3.
Pierce blocked, but a foul. Turiaf rejected it. He's raising his hand. He doesn't want the foul call on Gasol. So Turiaf picks up his second personal.
Again, Cassell in the post. He's always going to turn to his right shoulder, uses his right shoulder to get a little separation, knock Fisher back, and knock in the jump shot.
So the free throw for Paul Pierce. Pierce, who grew up in Inglewood, which of course was home of the LA Forum, and as a kid said he hated the Celtics. Said the guy that he hated the most was Danny Ainge, who's now his boss here in Boston. And like a lot of kids out there, rooted for the Lakers. Ainge, of course, who pulled off the big trades, was the NBA Executive of the Year, won titles here as a player with the Celtics. He doesn't hate him anymore. In fact, he hugged him the day that he found out that Ainge acquired Kevin Garnett.
I give Ainge a lot of credit for turning this thing around here, but as a basketball player, he was an outstanding player and a phenomenal competitor.
He was one of those that got under the skin of opponents and the opposing fans, that's for sure. Turiaf knocks down the jumper. Ronny Turiaf off the bench with a nice spark.
It's amazing when you look at Ronny Turiaf and you realize what this young man has been through. An incredible story.
Had open heart surgery a couple of years ago. Now he's playing in the NBA Finals. Garnett on the drive. And he's fouled by Turiaf. So Turiaf will pick up his third. He had that open heart surgery back in the summer of 2006. He was drafted by the Lakers, and in his physical, they noticed there was a problem. And they told him he had to have it because before the surgery, his life would have been in jeopardy on a daily basis, according to doctors. Had the 6-hour operation, cracked open his chest, his heart stopped for 2 hours. The surgery was successful. He said a couple of months after that, life was very difficult. Couldn't tie his own shoes, couldn't dress himself as he tried to recover. But amazingly, about 6 months later, he signed a new contract with the Lakers, started working out, and here he is again, one of the most energetic players in the NBA.
If I'm coaching, I want this young man on my team. You're talking about his passion, his desire, his energy that he brings every single day is unmatched.
I want to correct myself. That last foul on Gasol, not Turiaf, so he still has 2. Gasol picks up his first, and Garnett hits the free throw to give the Celtics a 3-point lead. Gasol, Bryant gets it on the pull-up. Kobe Bryant with his third field goal.
And you see what the Lakers do. Put Kobe Bryant on Sam Cassell, Fisher on Posey, so you make the adjustment, getting the bigger, longer Bryant on Cassell.
Garnett, the pull-up, drills that jumper. Such a good shooter for a big man.
He's one of the best big man jump shooters of all time, and he can go to work on Gasol at any time. Post, perimeter, wherever you put him.
Paul Pierce commits the foul.
And this catch by Garnett was difficult. It knocked him off, so he had to face him up, go off the dribble. Gasol, because he had the quickness disadvantage, gave him a cushion, and Garnett rose up to what he wants to do, which is shoot the jump shot.
Garnett, you see his playoff numbers have been terrific. His team, the Timberwolves, did not make the playoffs the last 3 years. He was so pumped up to get back into the postseason. And, of course, now his first trip to the finals.
And I couldn't believe when people said this guy is not a winner because he hasn't won. He is as much a winner as we've seen in this league. You're talking about getting it done, passion on a daily basis, defensively, energy, and a tremendous leader.
All you can do is maximize yourself, and he has maximized himself as a player.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Fisher. And last foul on Boston was on Pierce, so he has 2. With 6:34 remaining here in the second. Doc Rivers has loved what Pierce has done defensively as much as offensively. Done an excellent job on LeBron James during much of the Cavs series in the second round. Pierce, nice pass. Garnett blocked by Gasol. And they're going to call a foul. Yep. Dick Fabetta blows the whistle. And Gasol picks up his second. Ooh. Well, Turiaf hit him, but after Gasol looked like he had a clean block.
Oh, that's not a foul. Kevin Garnett got away with one and going to the line, but good defense by Gasol.
People underestimate his length. He is very long, got great timing. That's a clean block by Pau Gasol.
Garnett was saying yesterday he felt Gasol was one of the most underrated players in the league and said he was much better defensively than he's given credit for. I don't know if he's just saying that to be nice before the playoffs or the series.
That's a throwaway line right there. That's a politically correct line. I'm not sure about that one.
You never use any of those in your NBA days.
Oh, hey. You got to know what to say.
Gasol left-handed. At that time, hold the rebound. Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter. Pretty quick pace to this game. Garnett again. Kevin Garnett. The last 8 Celtic points. He has 16 here in the first half. Poe guarding Gasol, stolen by Pierce, but he couldn't control it. And that's the type of defensive effort these fans have seen from the Celtics all season long. The best defensive team in the NBA in the regular season. They've been the best in the playoffs as well. And it all starts with Kevin Garnett.
Well, on the defensive end, good job of battling Pau Gasol, getting him off his sweet spot, contested the left-handed hook shot, not able to knock it down. Then forget about the offense. Find the hot hand. KG says, everybody get out of my way. It's time to dance.
The intensity of Kevin Garnett. Doc Rivers says it's rare that your best player is your #1 energy player. That's the case with Garnett. Rivalry in NBA history. And this is the 11th time the Celtics and the Lakers will meet in the finals. Boston won the first 8. Lakers won the last 2. Last one back in 1987. And as Mark Jackson said earlier, 30 titles in the 61 years of the NBA. And so many great names, so many names in the rafters here at the New Garden. I mean, the greatest names that have ever played this game, part of this rivalry over the years. Some pretty good ones in this series as well. Cassell trying to guard. Offensive foul. How about Sam Cassell throwing a charge?
I just fainted. Sam Cassell, Defensive Player of the Year.
Cassell at 38, not known for his defense. He is fired up. A big spark in the first half. Garnett, Cassell a 3. And Radmanovic hands it off to Fisher. Garnett does not go for the fake. Such a sound, fundamental defensive player as Ray Allen fouls Kobe Bryant. Celtics not in the penalty. Reminder to log on to NBA.com now to bid in the 2008 NBA Finals auction featuring Lakers and Celtics jerseys worn in Game 1 of these finals. NBA auctions, your chance to own a piece of NBA history. Well, they call it the act of shooting. So Kobe Bryant will go to the line. Ray Allen's first personal.
A smart play by Bryant, realizes that the body movement of Ray Allen forced the contact and got it up rather than put it on the floor.
And a smart play taking advantage of the Kobe stopper, Cassell, not being on it.
He's getting a breather from Sam Ian. Here's Bryant hits the second. You see Kobe Bryant still with the bandage on that pinky finger on his shooting hand. He tore ligaments in it back in February. Opted not to have surgery as Pierce gets inside. Offensive foul on Pierce. That's 3 on Paul Pierce. Doc Rivers saying, wait a minute, he was in the restricted area. So Pierce is going to have to come out with 5:14 remaining here in the second. And that's the first player from either team with 3 fouls.
On the Celtics, number 41, James Posey.
No, he was outside the restricted area.
If you're Doc Rivers, the reason why you kept Pierce in with the 2 fouls, you were not worried about him defending Radmanovic or Luke Walton. The only concern was him picking up an offensive foul, which just occurred.
Perkins pokes it away. Again, just to finish on Bryant, he still may need surgery on that pinky. Nice pass to Gasol. It certainly hasn't affected his play in the playoffs. Decided not to have it. They're going to wait and see. He still hopes to play for Team USA in the Olympics this summer and might have surgery after that.
When you think about that play by Bryant and Gasol, the last possession, that's a play made famous by Larry Bird and Robert Parrish, former great Celtic.
Posey for 3.
Los Angeles ball.
You recognize the pick and roll and how you defend it. As soon as the big guy gets on your body, your job as a big man is to dive to the hoop. Good read by Bryant and Gasol.
And Gasol's got great hands. We saw it in the first quarter when he caught the lob with one hand there. Great slip.
Posey, terrific play. Now goes down the other end. Couldn't handle a pass. Rondo heard some footsteps, lost it. Fisher comes out with it. Now let's see what the call is. Dick Pavetta checking with Eddie Rush. Is going to be a foul on Posey. Or is it Posey? Maybe it's Ray Allen. It's Ray Allen. That's his second. So Allen with 2 in the Celtics in the penalty.
The hustle by Radmanovic, not allowing Posey to get the easy one. And then both guys attacking the loose ball, ready to sacrifice their body.
And that's what they called the foul on Allen. That was more on Posey. Ginger's trying to cover himself there as Fisher will go back to the line. Now Fisher knocks down the first, so fouls have become an issue for Paul Pierce. He's got 3. Pierce just 1 of 4 to start. Lakers now 9 of 12 from the line. They've scored 6 in a row, and they're back on top after trailing by 7. Fisher, the leading scorer for the Lakers, with 11. Rondo looking for Garnett. Here's the double. Dangerous pass. Shot clock down to 5. Ray Allen kicks it out. Rondo, that's a 2-pointer. Puts it in. He's not hesitating tonight.
They doubled off him hard for the first time on Garnett's post-up. He gave it up once, Rondo did. Nice pick and roll again. Very poor pick and roll coverage tonight by the Celtics. But Rondo gave it up at the other end, got it back another time, and hit the nice pull-up to his left.
One of the reasons why the Lakers' best offensive team in the playoffs, passing like that, they have 12 assists on their 16 field goals, shooting 50% from the field. Allen inside, misses. And Odom the rebound. Fisher looking. Odom takes Perkins off the dribble. Pretty move from Odom with that long stride.
We talk about the ability of Odom. That's Perkins trying to close out against a 6'10", 6'11" skilled guy, and Odom puts the ball on the floor and attacks the paint area.
Doc Rivers calls timeout. Lakers on a 10-2 run. Offensively very efficient, Mark.
You're talking about a big guy that has the package. Odom able to get to the seam of the Celtic defense. What a pretty finish. Off the glass, gets the rope.
51% from the field, only 4 turnovers, and they're up by 3. The T-Mobile halftime report. There'll be a special guest joining Stuart Scott, John Barry, and Michael Wilbon. The great Magic Johnson will help them analyze the first half and, of course, talk about the Lakers-Celtics rivalry, which he, of course, was a part of. That hook shot back in Game 4 in '87. Last time they faced off in the finals, Lakers won that. In 6 games that series. Posey to Garnett. Nice pass to Posey. Can't finish. Perkins keeps it alive. Radmanovic chips it out of bounds. Last touch by Boston. And now we'll have a full timeout as we get under the 3-minute mark. Little roller coaster ride as the Lakers now, after trailing by 7, up by 3. Been 21 years since the finals were in Boston, so it's a tough ticket. And of course, the celebrities show up. Bruce Willis, James Taylor is sang the national anthem tonight. Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy. And of course, a number of the football players here from the Patriots, Randy Moss among them. But there's the real celebrities. They look very distinguished in gray. You know, we get all fired up about guy has a double-double. How about Bill Russell? 62, Game 7 of the finals, 30 points, 40 rebounds. Well, there's a double-double.
I'll tell you what, I can put together a 5 in this building that would face any 5 that's ever played this game. We talk about Magic at the 1, Kobe Bryant at the 2, Dr. J at the 3, KG at the 4, and Bill Russell at the 5.
Havlicek coming off the bench, too.
And Van Gundy coaching.
Rondo.
That was nice. But hey, Mike, before we came on, get Magic, I could be the point guard of that team. Don't buy that humility.
Hey, Magic Johnson's the best to ever play the point guard position, and it's not close.
Odom, open jump shot. Lamar Odom with 7 points. Lakers back up by 3 to hit the 2-minute mark. This is a high shooting percentage against the best defensive team, Jeff. What's going on?
Well, great offensive team. That's number 1. But I don't think their pick-and-roll coverage has been what it normally is. I think everybody's open. They haven't taken the roll away.
Radmanovic, quick pass, Bryant. Nice feed to Gasol, and he got hit by Perkins. So Perkins picks up his first, and more free throws for Pau Gasol.
Now you think about that. That's a wide open jump shot by Kobe Bryant. Turns it down, gets the high percentage shot, getting another guy involved offensively, hands the ball up to Gasol, and he's going to the line. But the patience of Bryant and trusting his teammates, it doesn't stop. A year ago or in the past, this is a jump shot that Bryant is not going to turn down. Bates, Kevin Garnett to come out, and then finds Gasol, getting other guys established.
Yeah, but last year, that was Kwame Brown. So there's a big difference in talent. You get trusted when you can produce. Bryant trusts Gasol. He's got great hands. He can finish, and he can make free throws. I think it would have been the right play to pass up Kwame Brown to shoot that if he was still playing with him.
And Lakers have their largest lead here in the first half, up by 5. Minute and a half remaining in the second. Rondo with the turnover. That's the 8th for Boston. Bryant with Posey on him this time. He's seen a host of defenders already. Odom, Bryant, up and under, won't go. Tip, Posey knocks it. Rondo able to track it down. Coming up on a minute remaining in the first half. Rondo, open jumper, puts it in. How about Rondo? 4 of 7 from the field, 10 points, 3 assists. Back out, Fisher, another jumper. Fisher, again. He has the 3rd highest field goal percentage in the history of the finals. Plays big in these huge games.
And Phil Jackson playing him a lot of minutes in this first half. Rondo, you're doing a good job offensively, but you can't have missed assignments against Fisher defensively.
13 points for Fisher. Lakers by 5. Ray Allen to Posey. Posey, a good three-point shooter. Not that time. And Fisher the rebound. And the Lakers will hold it for the final shot of the period. Crowd a little quiet. Ryan has not erupted. He's just 3 of 10 from the field, but the rest of the team shooting extremely well. Radmanovich, open 3. Ray Allen's got some time. Half court, that'll count if it goes. Oh, that was close, just off the mark. And that will end the first half of game 1. Kevin Garnett and the Celtics got off to a big start. Garnett with 16 points. Celtics led by as many as 7, but Derek Fisher and the Lakers turning it around nicely as Kobe Bryant's Lakers has a 5-point lead, and Kobe right now with Michelle.
Mike, thank you very much. Kobe, your coach said you can't really get to know each other until you spend a few minutes together out here on the floor. So now that you have, what do you make of this first half?
It just takes us a little while to get used to them. We haven't played them in a long time. We're still unfamiliar with them. It's just a matter of kind of getting a rhythm for what they like to do.
And how's the rhythm coming?
No, it's coming. I think we did a much better job there late in the second quarter, and with our ball moving and spacing and reading what the defense does.
Thanks, Kobe.
Got it.
Mike.
All right, Michelle. After the break, Stuart Scott, John Barry, Michael Wilbon will have their special guest, Magic Johnson. The T-Mobile halftime report. They'll look at the first half, and Magic will talk about this great rivalry between the Lakers and the Celtics. Lakers this year during the regular season, highest scoring Laker team in 18 years, and they're facing a defensive team. But here in the first half, they shoot 50% from the field, 14 assists, just 4 turnovers. And after 2 quarters of game 1, Lakers have a 5-point lead.